All right, we're going to go through the lesson 5.9, which talks about products of exponents. We're multiplying exponents in this lesson, okay? So, it's powers of products and quotients. We learned before about powers of products or powers of other powers, and we said that if there's a power outside of parentheses, it's taking that power to another power, or multiplying the powers to get the answer on those. Okay, look at it this way. If you have 4x squared to the third power, that means you're multiplying 4x squared times 4x squared times 4x squared. Okay? Or, if we switch the order of that because of the commutative property, we can switch it around. Then you've got 4 plus 4 times 4 times 4 times x squared times x squared times x squared. Right? So if you just multiply the third power times the squared power, Keyshawn, what do you get? Oh, you said you were listening. I thought you were. 3 times 2?
3 times 2?
6. So this is x to the 6th power, and 4 times 4 times 4 is
64.
64. Right. Okay. Do you understand what we're doing here? Good. So to find a power of a power, you multiply the exponents. Now, remember that if the negative sign is inside parentheses, and that is taken to a power, then that negative sign is also taken to that power. If it's an even number power, that means the answer will be what, Dylan? A negative to an even number power. It'd be positive because the negative signs would cancel each other out, wouldn't they?
Minus minus equals plus.
Minus minus equals plus, exactly.
There we go.
But if the negative sign is outside the parentheses, is that part of the power then? No. Nope. Then you have to think of this as just a negative 1 times whatever is taken to the power. Okay? Now, let's look at some of the new material then. And that is products of quotients or products of fractions. When fractions are taken to a power. And what that means is you're multiplying fractions times fractions. Or negative 4 over 5 squared is negative 4 over 5 times negative 4 over 5. What would that be, Isaac? Right, positive 16/25, right? Because the negative sign is inside the parentheses, and it's 4/5 times 4/5. Or, negative 4 times negative 4 is 16, and 5 times 5 is 25. Okay? Now, what if you had 4 over n to the third power? What would you be doing, John? N over 4? No, I said 4 over n, just like it's on the board. What? But it's right here. So are you in our room right now?
I'm in space.
Where's your notes? Okay, out. Notes out, following along. Okay, that'll help a lot. There we go. So, 4 over n to the third power, just like it says. What does that mean?
There's 3 4n's. So there's 3 4n's equal to 4.
Not 4 n's, it's 4 over n. Yep. So it's 4 times 4 times 4, which is n to the third. Right, 64 n to the third, just like it says. Yep, yep. Now, does that make sense? Because the 3 is applied to the 4, and the 3 is applied to the n. How could you write this without the division bar, Joey? Could we write this without the division bar? What would we do? We'd move this up here, but we'd have to write it differently. What would we do? Well, that's what it says now. 64 divided by n to the third. No, we wouldn't use the division sign. We would use, anybody know? Anyone remember?
I don't remember any.
Sure you do.
No.
Stop. Anyone remember? Vicky? No? What does this mean?
Negative.
Yeah. Now, does that help your memory? 64 n to the negative third power. Remember, because n to the negative third equals the same as what? Isaac? Are you looking up here? 64 n to the negative third is the same as 64 over n to the third. When you move it from one side of the division bar or the fraction bar to the other side, it makes it the opposite power. Okay? Any questions on that? Let's do a couple together. From your assignment, let's do number 13. Don't need that yet. Nope. All right, number 13. Follow along. XY squared to the 5th power over 2z to the 3rd power. Oops, the whole thing is taken to the 5th power. So let's put that in parentheses. So the whole thing is taken to the 5th power. Right? Now what? Now we apply this 5 to what? To x and y squared. So what would that be?
X to the 5th.
X to the 5th, good.
And then y to the 10th.
Y to the 10th,
I'm so
yep.
smart.
Over, keep going.
Oh god. 2 to the 5th. 2z to the 15th. Right?
Not 2z, because 2 has to be taken to the 5th, because that's 2 to the 1st. Michael, can you help him out?
Yeah, Michael, help me out.
I really don't know.
Then why are you laughing at me?
Okay, then stop laughing.
I'm not laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, then what are you laughing about?
Class?
Yes.
Focus here, 2 to the 5th. We can just start with that. That's going to be 2 to the 5th power, right?
Yeah.
And z to the, what?
I said that.
John?
15.
To the 15th.
I said that.
Then you can find 2 to the 5th power. How would you do that on your calculator? Okay, you could do that, or what button is the exponent button? A caret button it's called, yep. So you put in 2, you push this little caret button. It's a little upside down V.
Oh, I see it.
And then 5 equals. Okay. Any questions on that? All right. Finish the reteaching side for tomorrow.